Most people think the miracle of Jesus walking on water was simply about defying the laws of nature. But the Bible actually hints at something far more profound. In the darkness, in the storm, something ancient was being revealed. This wasn't just a supernatural moment. It was a Bible mystery hiding in plain sight. The disciples didn't just see a miracle. They were confronted with a truth so powerful, it terrified them. Because when Jesus stepped onto the sea, he wasn't breaking physics. He was revealing his identity. And once you see the hidden meaning behind this miracle of Jesus, you'll never read the scriptures the same way again. This moment didn't happen in calm waters. It happened in fear. The Sea of Galilee was infamous for sudden, violent storms. And these men were not amateurs. They were seasoned fishermen. This was a real storm, a real threat, and real terror. While the disciples fought the waves for their lives, Jesus was alone on the mountain, praying. And this is where the deeper Bible mystery begins. Because in Scripture, water is never just water. It represents chaos, the unknown, the forces only God can control. For generations, the Bible taught that only the Lord rules the sea. So when Jesus came toward them in the storm, this wasn't just another miracle of Jesus. It was a biblical truth, one that challenged everything they thought they knew about him. To modern eyes, water looks peaceful, but in the ancient world, it meant chaos. In the Bible, the sea was never just scenery. It symbolized danger, disorder, and death itself. No human ruled the waters. No king commanded the deep. Scripture taught that only God controls the sea. Only God walks above the chaos. That's why this moment shocked the disciples. They weren't just watching a miracle of Jesus. They were witnessing a biblical truth their scriptures had warned them about. Because if someone truly stood on the waves, this wasn't just power. It was divine authority revealing itself. And that realization was far more terrifying than the storm. Then Jesus speaks, "Take courage," but the next words are often missed. In the original language of Scripture, Jesus doesn't say, "It's me." He says, "I am," the same sacred name spoken from the burning bush, a claim every faithful Jew would recognize. This is the hidden meaning behind the miracle. Jesus wasn't calming the storm yet. He was revealing his identity. The disciples weren't just hearing a voice on the waves. They were hearing a biblical truth unfold. This wasn't simply a miracle of Jesus. It was a Bible mystery, and suddenly, the storm wasn't the most frightening thing anymore. Now everything connects. Creation, Scripture, and the storm. Peter steps onto the water, and for a moment he walks. But when he doubts, chaos pulls him down. Not because the waves are stronger, but because recognition falters. Then Jesus reaches out. The water retreats, the storm collapses, and the sea becomes silent. This wasn't about faith overcoming physics. It was about creation responding to its creator. The disciples finally understand. This wasn't just a miracle of Jesus. It was a biblical truth revealed. And in the quiet that follows, they whisper the only words that make sense. "Truly, you are the Son of God." This is where everything becomes clear. The miracle was never about walking on water. It was about who stands above the chaos. The sea doesn't resist him. It becomes still. Nature doesn't fight back. It recognizes its creator. This is the hidden meaning behind one of the most famous miracles of Jesus. He didn't break the laws of nature. Creation obeyed the one who made it. In the Bible, only God rules the deep. Only God commands the storm. And
The
now,
authority over
in the
chaos will
quiet
soon
after the
confront
waves,
death itself.
Scripture is revealed. The same authority that calmed the sea will face the cross, and the same voice that silenced the storm will call life from the grave. This isn't just a Bible story. It's a biblical truth. In the stillness, the answer is unmistakable. Jesus is Lord. The storm didn't end that night, and neither have yours. Fear still rises. Uncertainty still crashes in. Chaos still feels close. The Bible never promises a life without storms, but it reveals who stands above them. The same Jesus who walked on water still speaks into chaos today. This isn't just a Bible story from the past. It's a biblical truth for right now. When the waves rise in your life, the question isn't how strong your faith feels. The question is who you recognize in the storm. Because peace doesn't come from calm circumstances. It comes from knowing who is Lord. If this Bible mystery revealed a hidden meaning in Scripture you've never seen before, and you want to hear more truths the world stays silent about, subscribe to Jesus Speaks to You and keep listening.